Hello, welcome back to Indie Film Screenings. I'm Jerome Lee Brown, your host for today. And once again, as always, I like to start the show off with thanking everyone for sending their footage out to us. And over here, we have our great host for today is Mr. Stefan J. Davis, but he will tell you that himself.
So, no.
He's chilling for today, living a thug film life.
Hello everyone, I'm Stefan J. Davis. It's such a pleasure and an honor to have you all watching this great show. I mean, it's no surprise why you watch it, though. It is great.
Of course, there's no surprise at all.
Though. Yeah, I mean, it's still an honor. I mean, I'm still thankful and grateful for all you wonderful viewers, but it's obvious why you watch. I can't blame you. I mean, when you see something good, you just...
Well, I know why they watch it. You gotta make sure we're going to talk about their film. Just want to say thank you, Mom, for watching. No, we have quite a few views. We got over 1,000, 1,800 views on one show.
Lots of views.
We had a lot of views on it. Hopefully one day we'll have a nice host to come on here. I mean, a guest to come on the show and sit down with us and talk about their films. That could be you if you live down the street, around the corner somewhere. But we're not going to fly you in and put you in a hotel. So you can drive here on your own. That'd be great. We're on a budget.
Maybe next time, we'll have some sponsors rolling in soon. So then that could happen. You know, we could fly some people. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Fly in some filmmakers from all over the country, maybe even the world.
Well, you're light years ahead of me, but it's good to have that thought.
Film from Bangladesh or something, Thailand, and they fly in and.
Oh my! Well, yeah, you are living in a whole different world than I'm living in. That's a great deal of money right there. You're talking. The airfare itself is going to be a couple of $1,000s. Well, who do we have lined up? Who did you get for us today? I'm so excited because you said you had a great film for me. It's a black and white film, a European film, foreign film of some sort.
Yeah, it's a foreign film with English subtitles. When you check it out, it's called Irina Greco.
Oh, while you do the song and dance, I'll go look for it.
Irena Greco. So it's foreign film. It's nice actually. I like it. It's unique. It's different, and for me, it was more of a nice visual piece. I would say there's a lot of cool visuals going on in there. Black and white. You know, sometimes I like black and white. Sometimes I don't. I think it actually did work for this. Just because it was this nostalgia type of feel, so it felt like it was really going with the whole noir of it all. Like it just kind of really worked. So you know, when you're watching, you'll see how. Well, I'm sure we'll put up some different clips and things so you can check it out a little bit.
They did a great job. They did a pretty good job with. I will agree with you on that. Black and white is a nice way to go with this.
It works for this. Yeah. And so there were some different scenes where you would see a bunch of quick, fast shots. But then you go back to the longer, extended shots. I like that. That was a really cool approach. Really accompanying the snaps of a camera, like when you hear the camera, the old camera. So you click the camera, then you got the different shots. So visually, it was definitely an appealing film. Not the easiest to follow. You have to really, pay attention because it's more so about her telling her story of the past. And so what you have is this young lady that had this a close encounter. Not with aliens, but with a Spanish girl that she had a lot of interest in.
It's a joke there somewhere. Yeah,
the close encounter, not of the third kind. It wasn't that kind of close encounter, but what they had was this close, almost romantic type of situation going on. They kissed at one point, and they just, barely missed the mark on some other things there. They were looking to explore, but the gist of really is just she wants to really just go back to where she was at when they were staying there, living at that location, and just really soak it all in, like just kind of bring back those memories and reminisce about it. And so that's really what you see her doing is putting up old pictures and taking new pictures, really. So she's kind of going through and exploring the location and really just trying to get her mind back in tune with what took place.
Now you had more of an advantage than I, because when I saw the film, I didn't have subtitles. I had no subtitles at all. This is the first time I'm seeing subtitles.
That's a tough way to watch this film.
I watched it all in foreign language and had no idea what was going on. I had to call him and ask him, what is this film about? Where is it going? What's going on? Because I had no subtitles and I had to put the pieces together myself. And then until I saw and read the subtitles, then I had a better understanding what the film was about.
Yeah, that's not an easy task to watch.
No, it was not. It was not easy. Subtitles. So if you're going to send a foreign film, please send the subtitles so we have an idea of what's going on.
This was probably one of the hardest films to watch with no subtitles.
Oh yeah, it was. I couldn't figure it out.
Most movies, the action is still gonna show you what's taking place.
You see a guy running down the street and somebody else chasing him.
So
okay, you know something's going on.
He's running from something. Yeah, you see somebody do something crazy. They rob a bank. They robbed the bank.
Yeah, well, yeah.
With this, you're just walking around. You just see shots, and just her sitting around, her taking pictures. You had to be thinking like, what the mind is blown.
I had no idea. Even when she was that close up of her smoking a cigarette, looking at the pictures and holding the camera, I still had no idea.
Can't get anything out of that though.
I thought maybe she was a fashion photographer looking at her work, but I was way off on that.
Yeah, that's
good but I just did not know. So if you don't have the subtitles to explain to you what this film is about, then you'll be walking in the dark along with me. But now I know.
Yeah, but yeah, she had the old camera, really nice, that nice old feel to it. And I guess, like I said, there was this romantic affair that was taking place. It almost took place, right?
Yeah.
So, I guess that this Mexican girl, was maybe bisexual, possibly, because she said that she did have sex with her boyfriend, the Mexican girl, and they almost had sex also. So.
Yeah, okay, I remember that part. And I think we tried to find that clip in there, but I don't think that clip was there, though.
Oh, no, that actual footage isn't in there.
No,
that's lost footage of it. No, but the way they told the story, though, they don't show anything. It's just more so
narration.
And
photos
it's
and
like
and so forth.
Documentary almost in a way. And, it's not a documentary, but it's almost as if she's just
now, where do you think this
story.
took place at? I know it's somewhere, maybe Russia, Germany, or France.
I believe the filmmaker said England.
England was England, okay.
Yeah. So.
But they had a nice.
I had
nice
thought
scenery.
Russia at first, but
yeah, I thought that too because I saw something that said Russia. But they had nice scenery shots there, and the outside shots and everything. The pictures and everything popped up every so often. So it was all the way around a good film. It's nothing. Nothing explosive about it. It's just basically a nice film that somebody put together and did a great job.
It would have been explosive if there was some gasoline when she was smoking that cigarette.
Well, that would be a problem.
That would have made it explosive then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was just a film that I got the impression that somebody wanted to put something together as a what do you call it, as a resume or a demo of their work and skills, and which is nothing wrong with that. But this was a pretty well put together film.
So
and it just goes to show you when you put your time and work and effort into something, whether it's in English, foreign, or whatever the case may be, it's gonna pan out really nice and smooth. And this one panned out really nice and smooth.
So you don't think there was a story there that they were trying to tell? They just
I think there's a story there, and I'm just going to admit I'm not going to even try to play this over. I couldn't figure out what the story was because I had to ask you what the film was about a number of times because it was I just couldn't. Although I read the titles, I still just couldn't put my finger on. I got the impression that she met a young lady. The young lady went away, and now she's reminiscing, like you said, of all the good times she had and so forth of this particular film. And that's after that, I don't know what more I can go.
I mean, that's the story, I guess. Really, just that what could have been, should have been, but wasn't.
Yeah, she talks in her language. And the rest of
You never had a lost fling there. That's something that almost was, but never quite came about. No, we won't ask.
And I noticed the film clip here had a nice title. It was right up on the bottom of it. With your big bold letters, you can actually read the big bold letters there. And I also like the black and white colors of the film. If that's a word. So yeah. Anything else you want to say, Stefan?
You might have had an old friend that moved away or something, though. I mean, that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, just keep on talking. Yeah, pretty soon you're gonna be seeing me on YouTube doing the show by myself. Anyway, I thought the film was pretty decent. It's pretty good. And what about you? Did you have any old flings that you want to reminisce about, take pictures of? And
old friends that moved away.
I didn't say friends. I got old friends too that moved away. So
I didn't have a situation like she had.
I didn't ask you that.
The bisexual type of encounter there. Definitely didn't have that.
Notice how he had noticed the question too as much as I did. But anyway, the film was pretty good. I thought the film was pretty good for a black and white film. I'm not a big fan of black and white film, but the film was pretty decent, and I thought it was well worth to take a look at. And I was surprised to see it was a foreign film because I thought I didn't know how information went that far out which is good. It's good that it's going that far out.
Yeah. And the director, David, he also gave us a private link that we can share with our audiences so they can check out the film for themselves.
Good. We'll get that up there.
So, yeah.
And if you haven't seen the film, check our Facebook page. It will be added onto the listing, and that way you can check it out as well, and along with all the other footage that's been sent out. And just a quick reminder, if you send something to us, whether we like it or not, we're going to broadcast it or not, it will end up on Facebook. We've had stuff sent to us many times before. We just don't have the room or time to put everything on the show. So a lot of the stuff we put on Facebook, and when other viewers go and check it out, they will see your film just as well.
Mm-hmm. My only question with the film was the pictures that she put up. Mm-hmm. Like they all had they were covering their eyes and things.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't quite figure out the significance of that.
They were different girls, weren't they?
I think guys too.
Yeah,
possibly.
One or two guys.
There was various people, and every person had their eyes.
Maybe they didn't want to be recognized, associating with her with the camera and something. I don't know.
Something. Yeah, I mean, she did say that the girl that she liked, she had this love interest with. She didn't like being her picture taken and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So for her to have her face covered, I get that, but I didn't follow along to see why other people like those pictures there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they all
why did they all have their? Well, so really, no, there was no other people, and that's the interesting fact that there's nobody else actually in this movie, but the main actor. Even when there's people maybe possibly walking down the street, there's a block like that there, the black box there, maybe just to cover up people. I'm not sure why actually there, but it's interesting that there's like no other people in the movie. It's almost like I Am Legend, where you just had Will Smith.
Yeah, you're right about that. I didn't know. Well, this first time I saw it, look with the blocks. I didn't notice it at the studio when I was looking at it at the studio. The black boxes until I actually got here in front of the camera and I started seeing the black boxes. So, but yeah, you're right about that. The black boxes are probably covering up something copywritten or copyright protection, something. Who knows? Maybe somebody flipped the bird and want them to, show that or something.
Possibly,
I don't know. So who knows what the reason may be? But it's interesting. If you can explain that to us, please let us know.
Yeah. Last note I'll make on it too. I like even though it was all really just narrated and her just talking about what's happened in the past. I like the little subtle effects that was thrown in there. Like the camera clicks. There was something else too. I heard like a cat, like they showed a picture of a cat, and I heard like a little meow type of sound in there.
Fapt se putea observa în fiecare centimetru din pielea ei. Mă refer dacă se afla pe acolo în trecere.
And then when she talked about the girl and her boyfriend having sex, they actually, had little moaning effects in there and stuff, and they were actually having sex. So,
I missed that. I missed that part. There was some moaning going on?
Let me go back to that.
There was some moaning going on?
Yeah.
Și făcea sex cu ea atât de sălbatic, încât era inevitabil să nu se asculte prin perete acea pasiune.
She said he was in there effing her brains out, maybe or something like that. I think she said.
And don't worry, folks. We're gonna have our editor beep that part out there.
I didn't actually say the word anyway.
I think effing is the universal word for what we know.
That's true. It is pretty obvious what you're saying. You say you effing. But I mean,
you don't see nobody saying he was beating her head out, or C'ing her head out, or G'ing her head out, or K'ing her head out, but effing her head out, brain out, or whatever.
And that's just a quote though too. That's a direct quote from what I saw when I read those subtitles. But yeah, there was that part in there. So yeah, interesting.
Well, it was a pretty decent film, in spite of a few F-bombs being dropped in the film, But apparently Stefan was paying close attention to some of the sound effects as well.
That's my job.
I did not hear those sound effects, but believe me, I will rewind the film back and go look for them. Well, this is pretty much.
Put it on repeat there.
Yeah. Well, not quite that bad, but I'm glad they sent this film out to us. And once again, we want to thank them for sending this film out to us all the way from London, I believe it was. And we hope to see more film from across the country, across the county, across the city, across the street. We don't care where they come from. Just send them out to us. We love to watch and we enjoy doing this. Unless you got something to say, Mr. Davis?
Oh, well, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button and subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber, then do that. Follow us on Facebook as well. So it depends on where you're watching this. You could be on Facebook watching it. So in that case, go over to YouTube, like it, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, go over to Facebook, hit that like button.
Yeah.
Follow along. See what's all going on there. We're connected with Cleveland Independent Films. We have a close relationship with them. So it's a Facebook group you might want to join.
I haven't seen that one yet. I mean, I know it's on there, but I haven't really saw the two links together. But I have to go check that out. I heard it was up there. I usually don't encourage people, but please inbox us as well. We always say drop us an email or whatever. But go to our Facebook page, and up here in the corner here, you'll see an inbox there, or just drop us something and let us know that you saw the show and what you thought about the show, so we can post that up to everyone. If it's something you said nice, we'll be happy to post it. If it's something you said nasty and mean, chances are nobody will see it. But let us know what you think, and so we can keep the good work going.
Absolutely. And of course, submit your films, as always. Love to see it.
Yes. Well, that's a wrap for this particular show. And as always, we thank you, and we hope to see you guys again soon. We got all of August to do and all of September, so keep your footage coming in, because next couple of weeks, another week, I think, we're going to start filming for August.
I don't know if you want to say all that, though, about July and August. Because you never know when this might shit
Erase all that what I just said. He's right. Yes.